Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be reviewing this film later in the show, but this is impressive. Matt Walsh satire, Am I Racist? Satire, is it? It's just a funny documentary.
Yeah.
It's 1,500 plus theaters as Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire bets big for movie dominance. 1,500 screens. I saw it in a theater last night. Let's go through the story. This is from, where is this from?
It's from Variety.
Yeah, that's cool.
Every now and then, a low-budget film emerges from outside the studio system and catches fire with a largely ignored right-leaning demographic, leaving mouths agape in Hollywood's executive suites. The Daily Wire hopes to add to the list of films that includes The Passion of the Christ, I Can Only Imagine, and last year's Sound of Freedom with the satire Am I Racist, which marks the conservative media company's first wide theatrical release. Starring comedian Matt Walsh, the Borat-style mockumentary takes aim at the DEI movement and is set to open in 1,510 theaters, representing the most ambitious swing for the 9-year-old company founded by Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring.
Well, I saw it in a theater yesterday, and it wasn't that. I mean, it was like a 3:45 show, so it was an afternoon show. There were like maybe 10, 20 people in the audience. It was sort of sprinkled people, but the people were howling and laughing in the theater. So I'd love to see it with a packed audience. But wow, that's impressive. 1,500 screens. I mean, the biggest Hollywood releases get between 3,000 and 5,000. So that is, for a small documentary, the budget for this thing was not huge. I mean, it was like, a few million for sure, but not like, it's not 10 million plus.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, when you look at the Daily Wire movies, they've been kind of doing the Netflix thing. They've just been hiding it behind their paywall. And I think, I don't know if we talked about them specifically, but, I think a good number of their films could have done well theatrically. Netflix films could do well theatrically. And I'm just glad they're kind of taking the risk here. And it'll be interesting to see the results. Like you said, it's not made for a lot of money, so it doesn't need to have a packed screening in every theater. But I think it's, as the report here says, it's kind of nice to see an alternative, not always having movies being, as they say, left-leaning, but more lean to the right.
Well, I mean, look, I just want to be able to go to the AMC Burbank 16 and pick from 16 different movies.
Mm-hmm.
When you go there and like Beetlejuice is on 7 screens, it limits the choices. So I am in favor of this. More of this, please. More choices at theaters. And instead of having to go to some, off the beaten path theater to see an indie. I like that it's playing on AMC screens. And they're not getting like any pushback from it. I think his previous film, What Is a Woman, if that had opened on 1,500 screens, there probably would have been protests.
Or here, let me pull up the Rotten Tomatoes here.
Why don't we wait till we do the review? And we will have a special guest joining us for the Am I Racist review. I just confirmed.
Well, I mean, the point I was making, and we've made this point before, what Hollywood is doing right now is they're just not covering it.
Yep.
They just wanted to go out quiet, to come in quietly and go out quietly. And I think that's what their hope is. They did it with Sound of Freedom. They did it with Am I a Woman? Or What Is a Woman? Oh, dear God. And
Alan, do you drink coffee? Oh, by the way, Chris is cranky. Alan is on edge. The banners. Look, my coffee machine broke this morning. It actually, I turned the power on. I tried to get coffee and it just, the power goes out. Dead coffee maker. This is what you're getting today, folks.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm getting old, and for me to have the complete movie library in my brain accessible at any second is virtually impossible at this age.
Well, can I answer your question? Am I a woman?
will she allow abortion in the 8th month?
What?
I'll answer the question for you. Am I a woman? That's what you asked?
Because everything they said was weak and stupid.
You're a woman.
I am a woman.